Hey y'all, I'm James Wright and welcome to Wizards News. Today we have a lot of fun topics to talk about as there's been a few things going on in the wizarding world. So let's dive in and take a look at it. I am so excited. I'm really looking forward to this game. A couple times a day, I pull out my phone expecting to play, and then I have to realize, wait a second, I just have to play Pokemon Go. I'm really looking forward to everything coming out in this, and the news and things that have been happening recently have been rather explosive. Particularly if you look at all the things that have come out since March 11th, when they've been putting out all the new information and a bunch of new news coming out. The game has been it's been getting more and more interesting as more ideas and facts have been coming out. So I want to do a bit of a news session every Monday or Tuesday and highlight a few things that have been happening in the last week. Videos that have come out, new pieces of information, or sources where you can go and find out more about the game. So let's actually dive in. The first one I want to talk about is a YouTube channel called Switches and Witches. Really cool channel. She does a fantastic job, and it's kind of fun to watch. She's been struggling with a bit of a cold recently, but now that she's back on, it's kind of cool. She dives into the buildings and taking a look at some of the specifics in the gameplay itself. And this is one of the places where Wizards Unite is taking a big step from Pokemon Go, in that in Pokemon Go there's really gyms and Pokestops, whereas in Wizards Unite there are going to be lots of other locations and different things to go into, and she really dives into looking at what some of those specific things are. And some of the things we don't really know, but we have a few good guesses, and I really like her take on it. So definitely go take a look at that. I'll leave a link to it down below. Snitches and Witches, a great YouTube channel that I follow. Next, I want to dive into Reddit. The Wizards Unite page there has a lot of good information, and there's a ton of really in-depth diving into what has been happening and tearing things apart. Not just speculation, but in really good research, finding out what is actually going on. In particular, there's a post on there called Everything We Know About Wizards Unite, and it is a great location, breaking everything down and going into great detail. So information that gets put on there, and it does get edited and updated as it goes. Definitely worth taking a look at it. If you want to see some of the more ins and outs, you can sit down there and read for quite a while and find out a lot of great information. Next is from my main man James over at Expecto Go. I do love that name. Really nice job on that. He put out a video talking about the 90-day release rule that is in Google Play. And this is something that's been talked about a lot in the last week or two, in that you have to have a 90-day limit if you're going to pre-release a game. But he really dives into, is that a hard and fast number? Is that something we should expect? And I really like the take on it. A phenomenal job, and he did a great amount of research, actually calling Google and then calling Apple and finding out, how hard are these rules? Is this something that people can break, or is this something that it's hard and fast and it's going to be here in 90 days? So definitely take a look at that channel. Really good information on it, and well worth your look. Next, I want to jump over to the YouTube channel TWG, The Wizard's Guide. He posted a video about the top 5 questions since the game has been announced. And these are some questions that everyone is asking. When is it coming out? What is it going to be like? Am I going to be able to play it on iPhone and Android? Am I going to have all these different features? And he really goes into these 5 key questions that everyone is asking and you really want to know, and he does a really good job of answering them. So definitely take a look at his channel. I follow it every time he puts up a video. I'm there watching it. So take a look at the Wizard's Guide. I'll leave a link to it down below. And last, on a slightly different topic, I want to jump over to Wizards PhD. She's actually putting together a series on Harry Potter therapy. And this is kind of an interesting idea. It's actually based on a book from Janice Scarlett, and it's kind of a cool idea in relating emotions to magic and the world, and how those kind of tie together, and then putting it on her life personally. And I'm really looking forward to this series. She just put out the first one on that. Definitely worth a look and a great way to think through. I really want to say a huge thank you for bearing your soul on that. This is very cool, and I hope it's going to help a bunch of people. So definitely go over to Wizards PhD, check that out. Amazing amount of information on there. As always, I'll leave a link to all the places that I normally go and check out, as well as a link to all of these videos and items that I've talked about. I'll leave all those down in the description below. If you do like this content, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help the channel. And as always, the first comment below that makes me laugh out loud, I will pin it to the top. So that's about it for today. I hope you join me next Monday or Tuesday when we have the next Wizards News. Until then, have a wonderful day.